Is now.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Hey guys, welcome. This is going to be episode 1 of Inside Better Life. At the beginning of the year, we said we want to be more transparent with you guys, show you guys the behind the scenes, what's going on. So here it is. We're actually dropping a vlog today too, which will already be dropped before this releases. But yeah, we're dropping a vlog. We're going to do this podcast now every few weeks or so. So plenty of content coming your way. We've got the new samples. See if you can see it on the camera. New hoodies, crop hoodies and tees as well. Very exciting times. What's going on, Jake? How's things? Welcome back to my podcast studio.
Yeah, been a long time, Been a while since I've been on this, but yeah, life's alright, kicking on.
Jake, can we mention here the big news?
No.
Oh, we'll keep it under wraps.
Yeah. Anyway, move on. Move forward.
So yeah, I guess what's been going on with Better Life, we're probably going to talk about our summer drop. Didn't quite go to plan. I feel like it was pretty rushed. Well, what's your take on it?
I don't know. We're a bit eager. We thought it was going to go a lot better than what it did. At the start, we were like, oh yeah, this is doing all right. It's going to pick up. However, we did release after the week after Black Friday sales.
Yeah, so straight after Black Friday and then right before Christmas.
Yeah, so the timing wasn't that good. We really thought, everyone was going to be like, oh yeah, put it under the Christmas trees, but you guys let us down.
No, we're not at that level yet, but it was a great experience, especially because we actually did buy all the stock. So it wasn't pre-orders, which is why I had boxes of stock in my room and no one bought it.
We got it out faster. That's one thing I really pushed. Because I do all the deliveries pretty much. I try to get it out there as fast as possible. So I want to keep that hype there. I don't want to be like that. I don't really want people to buy it and then a few weeks later they're like, oh, I bought that. Sort of thing. They buy it and then they're like, bang, keep that hype going. Keep that excitement going. So the timing was a bit off, and I know we saw some products like our crops, they were doing exceptionally well, or well, they did exceptionally well.
Yeah, I think crops have been our best seller.
Yeah, some of the other teas did a lot better than we expected, and some of the ones we thought that were going to pop off really did pretty average.
Yeah. Hey man, can you look at the camera too?
I'm looking at you, man.
You're looking down. Look at the camera.
Yeah.
My pick, the Orchard tank top, kind of a dud. But actually, we sold a few lately.
Yeah, we sold a few lately, but Nick made this gamble. I was like, you know what, we should do some other type of singlets. I don't know if you guys have seen on my personal Instagram, I share like some of the plain colours we have. And I'm like, oh, we should really do that. Nick's like, oh, nah, we should do this. I'm like, you know what? We'll take a shot at it. And bit of a hit and miss, but such is life. Life is such.
Exactly. There's no real negative to it. The only negative is we outlaid money, but at the end of the day, we're not in it for the money, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, well, I'm prepared at the end of the day. Say if this company goes belly up, that I'm prepared to donate clothes to the salvos
or we have clothes for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, pretty much. But the main thing's donation, and it'll be something cool. Like who says, like in a few years' time, say if the company ever goes belly up, and like you just see someone wearing it, and you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. I don't know. It's a bit of a product that could last a long time, and it's pretty cool.
And the thing about business is, if you're not prepared to lose money, well, you shouldn't really get into business because that's going to happen. Yes, we did lose money, but I would say it's a massive learning experience for us.
But that's life in general. You're not always going to win. Like, we're not expected to be the best. Like basically, the first 2 drops we've done, so we did a winter drop that was rushed, and we did a summer drop that was rushed. Even though the summer was a bit more planned, it was still rushed, and we're still learning We're still mucking around with suppliers, little details, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So we're still learning. So honestly, if you get on now, and people honestly now are saying our quality is amazing and like our packaging and all that, and that's us rushed. So once we keep learning, it's just going to keep getting better. So
I feel like we're already getting better. Like we got samples already, like
yeah,
for winter.
yeah, and our samples are high quality. We know what we like. We've experimented like with certain materials. We're getting to more like actual design, more than just slapping something on there sort of thing. And yeah, we just know we have a bit more of a clearer vision, because when we started, you sort of have like that idea, but now we're actually starting to create and build that vision and what we want.
It's kind of, as this drop, it's more of even our colors, like we're going for a certain color palette look, like, or natural tones,
Yeah.
which we have. And I think every color that we've picked, we've actually really liked, and we've liked how it's turned out as well. So it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, some new stuff. And so we're changing the format for this next drop to be a pre-sale, just because on the business side, we don't have to lay out any capital and we don't overextend ourselves with stock. So it's more on a financial side. And on the pre-order side, it's just so we can get the exact, like we don't over order. So say we think a certain colour is going to pop off, like the green that Nick's wearing, or the army.
Yeah.
So say if we only sell about 4 of them, we don't order 20 or order 10. So it's sort of, we're not overstocking ourselves, and just a lot of the business side, it's a lot more of a smarter business structure at the start. Obviously with the order, we're going to see through the pre-orders, we're going to be like, all right, that colour is quite popular. We're going to over order. We're going to hold minimal stock, but we're not going to be coming in there with massive stock.
Yeah, because we're still learning our audience, like you guys. We're still learning what's popular in colours, what's our most common sizes.
Yeah, common sizes and even value. We're still trying to figure out how we're going to add value. Like, we can act like, yeah, we know how we're going to add value. Like, we got ideas, but we don't know really what everyone wants or what clicks. Because if we did, honestly, would be the biggest company there is. If you knew everything, you don't know anything. Like,
which is why we're now putting out more content, the vlogs, podcasts, my own podcast, and whatever other content that we put out, just to kind of put a a large range of content out for you guys, and hopefully you all enjoy it and want to support us by buying our clothes.
Yeah, it's new. Like you can see, Nick's a bit of a TikToker. I'm not as much into the TikTok. I only just recently got a account, even though it's still the Betar Life account. But yeah, so Nick's doing new stuff with there, and he's just really showing his real personal life. So he's doing his own marketing for that, and he's still learning. Like, we're doing a mix of like some of the drone shots, some adventure, some information. Obviously, as we get bigger, we'll be able to do a bit more of just basic business, the actual business side. But I don't think we're at that stage where we can give too much business knowledge, because I don't want to preach something that we haven't really done, first of all, or that doesn't work. Let's be honest,
we got no fucking clue what we're doing.
Yeah, so I'm not going to come in here and be like, yeah, sign up to my masterclass, when we're still growing ourselves, but we can tell you what we're doing and what we're going to prepare, so you can sort of understand the direction we're going, which might give you a bit more, I don't know, a bit more knowledge into us and what we want and our goals as a company.
But I'd say the number one rule is planning. That's the biggest thing I've learned, is that you have to plan ahead, like 6 months, in some cases 12 months. We haven't got to the 12-month stuff yet, but
I think it's more execution than planning.
Planning and then execution.
Because we planned a lot for that summer. Like, we planned a lot more than the winter, but we still ended up in the same spot because we executed poorly. We were like, all right, we're going to get samples and all that. We had the design sets, we had the color sets, but we didn't execute it well. We executed it too late, and hence pushed everything back.
Not even market, like we didn't even get to market it or do photo shoots or anything.
Well, even as we're speaking now, we're trying to get photos now of the hoodies and trying to execute and trying to market. now, but obviously this is probably going to still come off a bit rushed. We should be putting up pre-orders within the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Starting to prepare for winter, and we're going to figure it out within the next few days, next few hours. We're still planning as we go now.
Exactly. So it's going to be interesting. This year we are going to learn a lot more. I feel like this is when the real learning begins, because we are still a startup, and now we're trying to make that next step to actually try and be a proper business, not just chuck some clothes out there and be like, hey, buy our clothes.
The initial hype is beginning to end, as sort of like the hype, when someone oh yeah, started something up, you're like, yeah, let's get on it.
Yeah, they just support you for the first drop.
So the retention of customers, that's going to be something that's quite interesting. Like, we've had still quite a few new customers, a few customers we've retained. So we're going to see through this winter drop what's going to happen there, what % of retention we're holding, and sort of what we're going to gain. So on the business side of it, we're really doing a lot more of trying to connect to influencers, trying to connect to people who we actually believe support the brand and the message. We're not going to really be like to anyone, hey, can you influence us, or hey, can you promote us? Because we actually have had people approach us to ask to be influencers, and we've knocked a few people back in the regard that we don't really believe they suit the brand. They just pretty much just want the merchandise. Yeah, which obviously you don't blame them that, if they're in that power position, but we want what's best for the company and want to create a great image for it.
And I guess we've also learned that our female supporters are actually our biggest supporters. They love our stuff, they love our crops, and they're very excited for the crop hoods, which I believe, or I hope, are gonna get a lot of orders, which is very exciting.
Yeah, which is good, because I feel like we're really hitting the nail on the head for value for that audience, where male audience is a bit different to hit for value. Obviously, because guys don't speak about emotions, don't really like bettering their life. They indirectly do it. They don't really are not as aware, if that makes sense.
But then again, they don't just jump on. They don't like to shop online. They don't shop much. It's mostly the females who do that. So any girls out there, if you have boyfriends or whatever, can you buy some of our merch for them? Just make it easier for them.
Yeah, discount code below. But yeah, so we're still learning. It's an interesting time, and so for this next drop, quite excited for how certain colours are going to perform, and just that crop hoods. That's something that I believe not many people are doing. Just from my personal exposure, I
actually haven't seen any, haven't I?
Yeah, so
I haven't seen many crop. Oh, they do crop tees, but not crop hoods.
Yeah, so in the crop hoods, or someone that's local. Obviously some bigger companies do it, but not really that's Sydney, Australia based. I haven't really seen it.
And they're good quality too. They're comfortable. I tried it on. If you would have seen on my Instagram, I looked good in it. I might keep on for myself, the new fashion.
Yeah, when he's getting that ad pump, he's hitting hot abs at Zoo Fitness.
Exactly. But I think that's it, and we'll wrap it up. Anything else you want to touch on for episode 1?
Pretty much just we're going to do this a lot more frequently. We're going to try to keep it short, just because it's just nice, interesting. Just keeps you active and a little quick update. But if you guys want something longer or any input, just let us know. Message us on Instagram, message Betar Life on any of the socials, and yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys for tuning in and listening. This has been episode 1 of Inside Betar Life. I'm very excited for this year and where this brand's going to take us. Let's go.
Let's go.